That's the video everybody's been talking about since yesterday, and tonight we're learning more about what happened inside that car dealership in Sandy yesterday after a car smashed through the front doors.
On purpose. This was the customer's response after police say he was angry that he was not getting his money back from a car purchase earlier in the day.
Krista McPeak spoke with the dealership manager about how it all turned out.
I'm outside of Tim Dolly in Sandy, the Mazda here. You can see there is some damage on the outside of the building, but it's really hard to see. Now, inside, it was a complete mess. I have arrest documents from police right here in my hand, and that details what led up to this confrontation. Car through the front of the building.
Whoa!
According to arrest documents, Michael Murray was upset. He wanted his money back for a car he purchased earlier in the day.
We were sympathetic to finding him a vehicle that would fit his limited budget.
And Slade said he agreed on this one after they told him,
And this is not a car that we have inspected, but it fits your budget and we're going to sell it on a wholesale market. But if this is something you would like to buy.
After agreeing,
he was fine with that and signed all the documents.
Hours later, Murray was back.
The emotion of the customer was just too high.
Demanding his money, Slade says they tried to talk with Murray. Then, this. Sergeant Greg Moffitt with Sandy Police has worked in the field for over 20 years.
I've never seen anyone get to a point of frustration with a business that they drove it intentionally through a business.
How miraculous is it that no one got hurt in this?
I was really surprised when I saw the video.
Car through the front of the building.
Whoa!
According to arrest documents, Michael Murray was upset. He wanted his money back for a car.
The first thing that I thought of was that's crazy, and then two, like I couldn't believe that.
He says by crashing the car into the dealership, it made things a lot worse.
One of the things that I've noticed throughout my career is there's a lot of things, a lot of cases, a lot of incidents that can be avoided by exercising some patience.
And for Slade,
Dealerships really want to do right by the customer, including solving emotional situations where if you want to bring the car back, great, we'll bring the car back. We're not here to force you to buy a car you don't want to buy.
Says that Murray is facing the charges of criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, and economic interruption, property damage.
Yo, I know dealerships know how to rip people off, right? They're good at it. They'll give you a car with a high interest rates, but at the end of the day, it's like you sign that contract. If you don't want it, don't take it though. That's the business, to rip people off and to make money. They'll give a car for 20% interest rates. That's a lot. But anger management, it's very important, right? We all need that. Sometimes we have to use our brain more than our emotions, right? I know our brain is connected to emotions, but sometimes we have to be careful how we use our emotions. Because the fact that he drove into the car dealership, causing a scene, breaking windows and doors, even the police came, it's a wrap. He probably won't get his money back. But also my question is, he bought a car the same day. No, even like, he came back after an hour, according to the news. After 1 hour, let's say it was after 2 hours or 5 hours. Why wouldn't he get his refund? Because the guy, the manager of the car dealership said that they don't want to force people to get what things that they don't want to get, a car that they don't want to get. But that guy is not stupid, right? For him to drive through the windows or through the front door like that, something happened. And I would love to know what type of contract that did he sign, because the manager said that they gave him a car that fit his budget, limited budget. I get it, but doesn't mean if you buy a car with limited budget, you're not entitled to a refund. Because, it didn't just drive there for no reason. Something happened. Well, we know it was about a refund, but why would they not give him his refund after a few hours of buying a car? Why now, though? That's the one thing I don't get. Usually they'll give like a week or a few days. But at the same time, that was the right move for him to do that, because now he's getting charged. And now he probably won't get his money back. If he gets his money back, that's the money going to spend on some other shit. Maybe pay the lawyer or something. He's going to spend that same money on something else. That's what's going to happen. So that was not smart. Sometimes the best thing is like just be patient, man. Like the police officer said. Or I would just call the police. If I go there, they don't want to give me a refund, I'll call the police or hire a lawyer. Seriously. Did he buy it cash? Did he finance the car? And nowadays, car dealerships are struggling selling cars because the economy is bad. People don't have money like that. So the car dealership, they do have insurance. They pay insurance for the place. So you doing that, you're not hurting them, you're hurting yourself. Now you have a case, pretty much. You have a case now. It's going to be easier if you can just call the police, tell them, hey, this is what happened, I need my refund. They probably will help you find ways to get your money back. Because they're not losing anything. The insurance gonna repair the place and nobody was injured. And the manager doesn't own the car dealership, so he's still gonna get paid regardless. The owner is chilling. He's a millionaire probably. He has a lot of money. So at the end of the day, you are the one losing. Let me tell a story, man. I bought a car one time, right? I bought a car in New York. I drove to New York to pick up the car. It was a 2016 Jaguar, right? I got a loan from the bank. The bank gave me the check, right? I went to a credit union. They gave me a check. I took the check to the car dealership in New York. I bought a car. I gave them the check. I bought it cash. So now I have to finance the bank, right? My bank, my credit union. I took the car back to Massachusetts. I drove it from New York all the way to Massachusetts. The car was fine. 3 days after driving the car, there was a smoke coming out, the engine. I stopped the car. I took it to the Jaguar dealership in Massachusetts. They told me that, the car needs some repair. It's going to cost me $4,000. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending $4,000 fixing the car I just bought, right? So I called the dealership in New York, told them the story. Hey, this car is not good. I brought it to, the Jaguar dealership. They told me that I need to fix that. It's going to cost me $4,000. But listen, if you guys are willing to pay for it, I'm okay with it. You guys can pay them. They'll fix it, or I can bring it to you guys. You guys can fix it. Cool. All right. You know what happened? They stopped picking up the phone. I'll try to call. They stopped picking up the phone. I reach out to a lawyer. I was like, hey, this is the situation I'm having, blah, blah, blah. And the lawyer was charging me like $800 just to write them a letter to tell them like I need a refund. But the lawyer told me that it's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight. So I kept on calling. Sometimes I'll get them over the phone. They'll talk to me. Yeah. We lay the mechanic. No, bring the car. Blah blah blah. Bring the car. I decided one day just to drive the car back to New York and drop it off. I was kind of chill about it, but I was mad because I have to start making payment to my credit union. I already gave them the check. It was like 20,000 something, like 21,000. So I drove the car to New York. On my way to New York, when I was driving the car back, I was like 3 hours away because from Massachusetts, Boston to New York is about 4 hours without traffic, right? So I was 1 hour in already, had like 3 hours left. The smoke came again, right? I stopped the car in the middle of highway. On the highway, I stopped the car. I couldn't drive the car. The engine was heating up. I stopped the car. I let it cool off for 30 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I cannot drive this car anymore. If I drive it, the engine might blow up and I'll lose the car and the money because they will not be able to refund me the car or the money if I bring the car with a blow-up engine. So thank God I had a little bit of money. So I rented a truck to put the car in the truck to drive it to New York. It cost me about $900 to rent that truck, to pick the car, to put the car in the truck and drive it to New York. I spent like $900. I spent like almost $200 on gas for that car, the truck. I took the car to New York. I dropped it off. I made them sign some paperwork that they received the car, all that. I came back. I was calling them because I wanted the car, right? I was like, all right, it's a used car, whatever. I was like, hey, what's up? Are you guys in the process of like fixing the car, things of the nature? That night, I didn't get home until 2 a.m. in the morning. It was a disaster because I have to drive the truck back. That truck was like, I never drove a truck like that before. Very unsettled on the highway. It was moving too much, shaking. Like, I'm not used to that. So I came back. I kept calling them, asking them about the car, all that. Hey, have you guys fixed the car? But thank God I did not do anything stupid when I went there, because I was like irritated. I was like, damn, I was very irritated. I was like, damn, man, they did that to me. 21,000, that's a lot of money. Now I have to pay the bank. I called the bank too. The bank told me that, hey, there's no much they can do. You know, I just have to pay them. They can, I mean, at the end of the day, that's not their problem, right? So I kept on calling. And one day, luckily, the manager called me back. It was like, yeah, we're going to give you a refund, right? We write the check back to the bank. I say that to say this. Sometimes you got to be patient, though. You got to be patient. You have to know how to control your emotions. You know, even when I was on the phone, I was a little loud sometimes because that's a lot of money for me. I ain't got money like that. But I was not thinking of I thought about something, but I was not able to do it because I'm like, all right, I thought about it twice. I was like, if I go there, do that, but what would be the results? I'll be losing the car. I'll probably be in jail. So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing that, but thank God I didn't do it. Yeah, so I say that to say that, you know, we have to know how to control our emotions, man. Yeah, that's what I have to say about this, man. Other than that, catch you next time. Peace and family. I'm out.